We're on.
Like that's a new thing. Your name's first on the running sheet, Theonie.
Oh, sorry, I was waiting for you. How silly am I? Sorry, guys. So I'm getting all these notifications. What a great start to the day. So
Hello. Is anybody out there? There's no one in here. Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What a great start to the day. So since it's been such a wonderful start, good morning, Susie. Thanks for joining us. And hi, Shaz. Thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure seeing you guys here. Now, to start off today, because it is me, events. Why should you use them and how can you track their progress with new event insights? And for something really different and completely off topic, nothing to do with events, but kind of to do with events, we're also going to share with you why you should use birthday stories. Now, you may be familiar with insights for your posts on your page on the whole, but did you know that you can also track your insights in events? It's only a new feature that has been brought in by Facebook this week. So if you haven't seen it, we're going to share more about that. Now, one of the other things that we, for want of a better word, bang on about a lot is expanding your reach and building meaningful relationships online on using Facebook. And birthday stories are a perfect way to do that. So whilst they're not brand new, they're relatively new, and we're going to share with you the benefits of using them. So they've been around since May. But we're going to show you, the benefits of using them. And if you haven't got them switched on and haven't been able to find them, I'm going to share with you how to find them because mine were hidden as well.
Whoa, and I'm Adaire Palmer, and because my name says so, and this lovely lady here is and we're both here to help you make sense of Facebook and what's happening for your business on Facebook. And we're here to expand your reach, help you increase your sales, and help you to become a celebrity in your own community. What we do is bring you the tips and trips and tips and tools and all of that tasty stuff every Friday.
Along with a speech impediment.
No, our words are not working today. Yours weren't working at all.
You better find your words before then.
I'm just so excited about learning about this because I didn't have birthday stories either. And I'm looking forward to learning about them. So this is a whole new ball game. It's like a kid in a lolly shop, really. So, but what we'd like to do is every week we help you brand champion yourself, or we brand champion you as we do our live broadcast. And by doing that, we invite you to drop your business page link into the comments of the broadcast. So down below, tell us who you are. Susie's here, and we've already had a shout out to Susie and to Shaz. Please, Sharon's already a step ahead of us. She's commented as a page. We'd like it if you comment as yourself and then do the @ symbol and tag your business page in the comments, because the reason we do this, we used to do it the other way around. The reason we do this is because if we have a chat bot hooked up, it actually doesn't recognize you if you comment as your business page. We don't have a bot hooked up this morning, or I could go out in the back and whip one up if you want to see how fancy pants they are. However, we don't have one connected right now, but we do like to. There we go. Oh, thanks, Susie. Hey to everybody inside of 5 Foot Rope Business Connective. Hi and happy Friday. And I hope you're getting ready for Susie's Expo coming up. Shout out. That's on the 8th of November. So, Susie, you can put your business page in. Everyone can just, connect. Use the @ symbol, tag your business page. And also, please remember, if there are people that you would think would benefit from hearing what we have to say when we get around to saying it, I'm going to leave it a minute. I'm going to leave it a minute and let Theonie go.
I'll mute her. I promise.
I can mute myself, but hey, and you didn't give me the host, the remote control either today. I think
didn't. Would you like it?
No, that's all right, because I'll just mute you. No,
you would drop me out. You wouldn't just mute me.
We're having so much fun with Be Live. If you haven't experienced this before, this is the Be Live broadcasting platform where we can do all sorts of fancy pants things. Again, with their frames, we've got our logo up here, a little mic that we can drop down here, and we've got our names, and you can see the little ticker along the bottom saying, please make sure that people who will benefit from this information actually see it. So let's go. I'm gonna drop out and I'm gonna start a watch party.
Not yet, you're not. Not yet, because you're going to talk about the market research bot.
Oh, of course, yes. We did a running sheet, and this is seriously. We really
and the running sheet works really well when we both read it.
When we both use it. And up to now, it's either been me using it or Theonie, but we actually haven't both used it together. So watch us as we LOL. This is learning out loud and getting our shit together live for you so that you don't have to make these mistakes.
That's right. So, and because we can do this, here's a celebration because we're getting our shit together.
Let's give us a yay! And the crowd goes wild. If you want to know how to do, if you want to know how to do that, let us know. We're running a webinar on broadcasting and bots. While we're not doing the actual fireworks, what we will be doing, and let me see, market research.
The link to the webinar registration is in the blurb above. But
is it? Oh my God,
yes,
that woman's
the market
amazing.
research one isn't, though. I forgot to add the market research one.
I was going to say, if you weren't my work wife, I would marry you. But let me see.
The market will be harder.
All right. So the market research, what we're doing for market research is I've set up a bot, and if you want to experience the bot for yourself and how it can be actually a little bit of fun, and also it can help you, so you can help us collect information about what you would like to see for your business growth using broadcasting and chat bots on social media, with Facebook in particular now, but we do have plans to expand. And so what you can do is click on the link. I'll put it down here, the market research bot. It will take about 5 to 7 minutes. Think about it from your own perspective of using it for your own business. So the sorts of things that you can use chatbots for in your own business. Don't do it now. Do it in a minute. Actually, do it after you've registered for the webinar, and come back this afternoon and click on the market research bot link. It'll be a bit.ly link, but I'll put it down here in a moment. And then you can join us for the webinar, which was live at 11 a.m. Australian Central Daylight Time over in our pop-up Facebook group, because we're keeping everything on Facebook. And actually, Theonie, I don't know of anyone who does webinars like this on Facebook. Like in a pop-up group.
I've never attended one on Facebook. So that, there are firsts for everything, and what we're coaching you on using is Facebook for your business. So why wouldn't we do it on Facebook and, practice what we preach and show you what we're learning along the way?
Yes. And I think, like I said, we are, I guess, pioneers, because most people who do webinars, they take them off into a different platform, and, but we're actually taking you into a pop-up group. On that note, may I be excused, Miss Theonie? Was there anything else? Oh, Theonie's frozen, or is it me? I'm not sure what's happening. Theonie's gone. Well, I'm just going to run with it because I have no idea what. Let's go back to the running sheet. And let's just say, Sharon says she does birthday stories as they look. She does birthday stories as they looked interesting. And she'll move computer and do it as me. Oh, I've moved to the computer. Okay, so you're going to.
Which she has done.
She has done.
Because for those who don't know, from your phone, when you're watching a live video, Facebook will decide who it's commenting on, whether it's you or your page. So you can't change it, whereas on your computer you can.
And that was the other day. We were producing a show for the 7 Effect, well, yesterday, in fact, and I was playing in the comments while we were producing it as well. And so I actually let me comment as me on my phone, And then I went to hit the like button, and it liked it as a 7 effect. I'm going like, Facebook is really schizo today. So it doesn't know who it is. So, okay, Susie's on her phone as well. I'm going, and I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of my beautiful business wife, Theonie, and I'll go and start a watch party, and we'll see you at the other side.
And I'll see you when you're back. Now, for anyone who is watching, let us know where you're watching from. Facebook is a global community, and we like to know where you are. So let us know if you're, beautiful sunshine Queensland, or, it might be raining in London, whatever it is that you're doing. Let us know where you are. Now, so do we want to know, let us know, do you track insights for posts on your page or in your group? So insights have been around for pages and groups for some time. Let us know, tell us how you use insights, whether you use them at all, and what you use them for, whether you track them to see how you're doing, how you're going with those. So perhaps you might use them to see when you target clients online and who it is that you're reaching. And there are a host of reasons why you should track them. Now, Facebook this week released insights for events, which is really, really exciting. So I had a look, and I took some screenshots so I can share with you all. I'm just going to remove the frame because you won't be able to see it. Just let me remove this overlay while I share the screen. Okay. And that way. Oh, I got it the right way. So you will see when you go to your page that Facebook down here. So Susie, you use them to track and see when and what works. Perfect. I mean, that's what they're for. And you can see, when your people are around, when your target clients around online and that type of thing, so that you can broadcast at the right time, share posts at the right time, and all sorts of things. Now, new features started earlier this week. If you may have noticed this pop up on your page, so you can manage and track all your events with events insights. So when you click on that, it takes you here. Now, we've got a few events coming up, so there are quite a few events there, but this just shows us, so this is just for over the last year, 45 events that we've created from this particular page, 21.3 thousand reached, and then it tells you, of course, how many in the last 30 days, 563 event responses, and 459 ticket clicks. Now, ticket clicks, you won't always have tickets for events, because we will create events for webinars and that kind of thing, and we're not charging for those, so ticket clicks aren't going to be relevant for every single thing that you do. But these are real numbers that you can check out on the whole. And of course, you can, where it says for the last 365 days, you can change that to the last month, the last week, last 90 days, whatever. Now, over here, when you go to the individual events, you can track what they're all doing. So the last column there you'll see is the ticket clicks. Now, there are no tickets being sold on these particular events, so those ticket clicks aren't there, but it would come up with a figure. So if you're selling tickets to a physical event, then it would show you how many had clicked through to whatever your ticketing link is. So you might have a PayPal link attached for tickets, or it might take you to Eventbrite, or whatever it might be. Now, and you'll also see here, it'll show you all your responses, and if you've boosted. Now, we don't boost any posts or any events at all, so that's why there's nothing in there. But if there was, and this is pure transparency here, we're showing you, we do practice what we preach. We do it all organically. For now, we'll do Facebook ads in the future, but for now it's all organic. It shows you reach for that particular event and how many responses you've had for that particular event. So people say that they're attending, interested, or whatever it might be. Now, on the next one, where it's got ticket clicks, you have options here to go to ticket clicks or tickets sold. So you can track who has just clicked on ticketing to go to whatever that link is, but you can also track how many people have actually bought tickets, which is a great way for you to track numbers, because especially if you're using some sort of campaign, whether you're paying for Facebook ads or whether you are sharing strategically in different groups and connecting with people and using something, you'll be able to see, if you use different methods for different events, you'll be able to track easier which methods were more successful than others as well, which is pretty exciting. Especially, like I said, especially if you start paying for Facebook ads, you'll be able to gauge, the return on investment, basically. And so it really that simple. Now let us know. So Susie says she uses the events to track and see when and what works. So think about how you could use your event insights to track what's going on in Facebook. And yes, so thanks Adaire. Adaire has popped up the link to the market research box she spoke about a little bit earlier. And yeah, so the event insights will help you gauge, how many people have seen it, how many people have clicked through. And it could also help you look at, if you've got a similar event but you're using different copy, it can help you gauge, what worked and what didn't, whether it's the copy or whether it's the actual marketing plan for that event. So you might have looked at, where you've shared it, where you've talked about it or whatever. It's just an easier way to work out, okay, this event worked better. What did we do with that one that we didn't do with this one? So you'll be able to, I think it's really exciting. You'll be able to track that much, much better. So let me just drop that down. Have you got, who here, let me know if you do create events for your Facebook business. Now, I'm not just talking about physical location events. So if you've got, if you run a meetup, so Susie runs a meetup. So with a 5 Foot Rope Business Connective, so if you have a meetup coming up, of course, you're going to create an event. But if you do regular live broadcasting, we don't do events every week. We do them sometimes. But do you create events for your live shows, for webinars, which we've got, obviously, as we've said, coming up? And also we create events for masterclasses, which we do live online in the Women in Business Adelaide community. But we create events, even though that's in a closed group, we create events on the page, which is completely public, to lead people into the group. So we let people know what's happening in the group, but they need to be in the group to view the webinars. So the links and all the details and everything are in the event to lead people in. So you can gauge from that as well how many people are clicking on the link. Or it could be, if you end up having, say, 20 people watch a masterclass, but only 3 of them registered via the event, you'll know the rest of them have come because they're part of the community and they just saw it and knew that it was on anyway. And just apply that there. So let us know how you do those. Now, the other thing we said we were going to talk about is birthday stories. So have you, let me know, because I saw people sharing birthday stories with me. It was with me. They were there in May, but then all of a sudden they disappeared from me and I couldn't actually use them. I couldn't see where to find them at all. And I was seeing, people were talking about birthday stories. And I recently had a birthday and I received a whole heap of, people sent me a whole heap of birthday stories and they were really, really cool. And I'll explain to you what I loved about them in a minute. But I couldn't find where they were. Actually, I was trying to work out, there are people here using them. They're obviously got to be easy to find, but I couldn't find them at all. I knew that I thought, okay, you might be able to, you might have to use them on your phone, not on your desktop, whatever. So I was looking around for them and then I found the problem. I worked out why I couldn't actually use them. So if you haven't found birthday stories, you're about to find out how to call them up. So the benefits of them, sorry, before I get there, is, as with normal stories, when you share a story to your profile, if someone views a story and they respond to it, it goes as a message to your inbox direct instead of on your profile. And what that then did, so people sent me happy birthday stories, messages as a story. I got to engage in meaningful conversation with people, and some of them were people I hadn't spoken to or connected with in quite some time. So just as any other story, they'll write on your birthday story, you'll respond, it goes to their inbox and it becomes a private conversation. So I did have some really meaningful conversations with people via Messenger in response to the messages they sent me. And I did see that Facebook, added them back in May. But like I said before, no sooner did I see them that they somehow disappeared for me and I couldn't see them at all. So I couldn't work out where to find them. And then I just left them on the back burner. But after I received messages, I wanted to see where they were. So if you don't see, let me know, are you seeing birthday stories as an option to send to someone, or are you perhaps not seeing birthday stories as an option? Let us know. And so yeah, it's, if you're not seeing them, I'm going to show you how now, or I'll tell you how, because the screenshots to show you how to do this would be dead boring. Now you need to do this from your phone. You go to, so you can only send a birthday story from the push notification you receive on your phone when it says, you know, it's someone's birthday. But I wasn't actually getting those notifications on my phone anymore. I would only see, from looking at my desktop, I would see in the top the top right hand corner, you know, that it's so-and-so's birthday today, and then I could just write a message on their wall. I wasn't actually getting a notification in my notifications, and that's where you get to send them a birthday story from. So if you're not seeing them and you want to see them, what you need to do is go to settings, scroll down to notifications settings. So this is on your phone within Facebook, go to settings and then scroll down to notification settings, and then click on birthdays and make sure you've got the push notifications on. You have three options. There's push, email, and SMS. I don't get email and SMS notifications because I get enough emails and SMSs. I have push only. I select push only. And then what you do is where you usually see the option to write on their timeline. So it will also see the option to add to their birthday stories, and it comes up with a choice of themes and themes and designs and things. It's pretty cool. So let me know, have you used the stories? Are you doing it now? So Adaire, you couldn't see the stories either. It was there for me for some time and then it just left. Now, Susie, I just saw your comment. Or more, oh, hold on, I've got to read the comment before to understand what that comment is. So is this now a summary? Because I've always had the event insights on my event that show the side of the cover photo. It is more in depth. I haven't always had event insights in there. I haven't been able to track them as much. So it's probably, it might have just been post reach. You could never track ticket clicks or anything like that. So just have a look at that, because I definitely haven't had them in events before. And Facebook only rolled it out this week, unless they've been rolling it out slowly and we only received it this week. But yeah, it definitely only popped up for us this week as a new feature. So it's, yeah, more in-depth information for sure. And so where do you go on your phone? Okay, so go to open Facebook app, go to settings. So click on the little, you know, your little hamburger menu down the bottom, and that's where it is on iPhone. If you're on Android, you'll have to ask Adaire, because I've got no idea where it belongs there. It doesn't belong anywhere on an Android. So click on the little hamburger menu, and then you go to settings, and in settings, scroll down. You'll have to scroll down a little bit, and it has notifications. Click on notifications and then scroll down to birthdays there, and just make sure you've got your push notifications set on for birthdays. Clear as mud? And they're really quite fun. Yeah, so you get all that info. Was on the wrong page with the commenting. Yes, because we cross-posted. So thanks for finding us, Ros. That is probably something we didn't mention at the very beginning of the show. So yeah, we are on the social media with Adaire and Theonie page. So if you are interested in our webinar broadcast as well, the link above is on every post. But if you would like to look at our market research bot, make sure you pop over to the social media with Adaire and Theonie page. The link to the broadcast is in the blurb above, so that will take you to the originating broadcast. So make sure you click on that, because if you you won't see the link that Adaire popped in for the market research bot otherwise. So go have another sticky beak at it. You're not going to repeat yourself. That's okay, Ros. I will go back over there and have a look at your comments and respond. So now you'll comment as your page. Adaire is clueless. And no, you don't want to live all your time on Facebook, and that's not what it's about, but it's just about making your time fun, because even if you're on Facebook for business, it needs to be fun for you and for your viewers and for whoever else, and everything that you're doing on here is fun. And you're right, you can't spend 24/7 on Facebook. You need to live your life. Don't tell Adaire I said that. yes, the link to the source broadcast is above. I wasn't here from the start. No, that's okay. I will go back. So here's a tip. So when you do cross post to other pages, the other pages, it looks to everybody else as though that page is actually live, and people don't always read the blurb that you type up, but at the blurb, we always say to interact and engage with us while we're live, make sure you're watching over here, and we'll put the link to the original broadcast. So what you do need to do, because you get replay viewers as well, make sure you go back to everywhere that you've cross-posted just to see if anyone's commented on there and respond to their comments. So, because someone might be asking a value, they might just be saying hello and want to connect with you, or they might ask a question that they want a response to. So you can go back and reply to them in text. And if I don't talk with my hands, I can't talk. So you don't understand the difference between mobile and desktop use of Facebook. It's too frustrating. Yeah, I don't know why not all features are available for both, but there are some things that you can only do on desktop and there are other things that you can only do on mobile. So I'm not sure. Most people, unless you're on Facebook for business, of course, most people access Facebook on a mobile device. So I'm not sure why you can't do everything on both, but I don't work for Facebook. We just have to work with what it is that they do. And good morning, Carla. You finally got here. You'll have to catch the replay because we've shared some information on event insights, which would be really cool for you with your MEBA networking events. So for Mums in Business Association Adelaide, if anybody would like to pop over and have a look at that as well. And we've also got Susie here from the 5 Foot Rope Business Connective. And yes, and remind during the show a couple of times as well. We usually do, and today I didn't. So slap on me. We got the running sheet sorted and didn't do everything else properly. So it's all learning out loud. And yeah, different technology. So yeah, it is different technology, and they have got better at. Facebook has integrated more things that you can do on either or both platforms, both devices. So welcome back, Cotter.
Hey, and shout out to Carla, who has come over from Women in Business Adelaide. We've had Nicole over there as well. Samantha and Tanya are over watching the watch party. And I did want to make mention that this is it really is magic in helping you get the word out there. If you're running a live broadcast and if you can get some co-conspirators to do watch parties while you're live and put them in stories, yay! I keep thinking that's little pink coins just raining on us. They might be unicorn coins.
It might be unicorn poo.
Might be. Oh, that's all right. I don't mind being pooped on by a unicorn. So, yeah. So thank you for coming over. And Carla's saying good morning. Finally got here. Lol. And howdy, stop face.
Is that a personal joke?
No. That's all right. I'll catch up with you later on today, Susie. We've got some plotting and planning to do. We've got some really big stuff happening up here in the Bayside. I'm getting the lingo up in Bayside. Yes, no, Susie. Yes, we'll catch up this afternoon after we catch up with Sandra and Rebecca.
And I'll just put that back on. So, yes, just to recap, remember, check out your birthday stories. They are a fun way to interact with people. Like I said, I engaged in some meaningful conversations and reconnected with some people I hadn't spoken to in quite some time because I responded to their birthday story, and then it just created conversation. So definitely check them out because you never know who you'll connect with and find out what it is that they're up to. Some people are up to some amazing stuff, and I would have otherwise not known.
I know. It's all about PAR, that formula that I developed, which is personal connections, adding value, and relationship development. And people love to make it about them, don't they? It's because we all make it about us. But if you make it about them for their birthday, it's even more specialer.
That's for a specialer. And so what did you think about the event insights? I'm pretty excited about how you can track. Now, I'm not sure how much of the events did I say birthday insights? Event insights?
Yes, hey, Jess is here as well. Hey, Jezza.
Hey, Jezza. I had a great session with Jezza yesterday.
I'm looking forward to doing chatbots with Jezza in the not too distant future. She said she's booked in. I'm just going to check my calendar and see when, which is awesome. And
Roz is multitasking, learning how to use a click and collect process at her local supermarket.
we're totally going high tech here, aren't we?
Totally. Hi, Kay. Thanks for joining us. So,
all the way from Tassie. How are you, Kay?
Have you tracked Event Insights previously?
Me? You asking me a question? Like, seriously?
I'm asking you a question. No, I'm asking him. Of course, I'm asking you.
I actually, I'm reasonably good at tracking insights on pages because that's what I bang on about. But Event Insights is a whole new bailiwick game. And right. I think Susie seems to be across it, but I this is the first time I've seen that. The whole.
I got a big notification. I got a big notification on my screen saying they're new to Facebook this week. So I'm not sure if maybe Susie's had them for a little while. It's been a slow rollout, or if maybe Susie's thinking about post insights, not event insights.
Well, the events you have the individual event insights in. Like for each event, but this is it's like you've got the whole because we look at it especially on a page. It's like you have your Facebook business page and you have your insights for your page, but your events is almost like a separate page within the page on in your business page. So it's got its own insights for all the events, which I think is fantastic. So, and when they can break that down further to demographics and how exciting if we can actually connect with people directly rather than having to, hook up events to bots, please. Anybody listening? ManyChat?
ManyChat, because ManyChat should be listening and watching. So,
that would be great. That would be great. So anyway, it's possibly coming. It probably, it's something that I don't think we've thought of anything like this first, but it's like this is what we like. So yeah.
Adaire's popped the link to our market research down below. So
this is how I type, but she actually doesn't. She types with all of her fingers.
And it sounds like a herd of elephants. So Adaire has popped below the link to our market research bot. If you haven't already done it, please do. And if you'll be in the draw, in the running for a $30 gift voucher there's one, not everybody's not getting one. You'll be in the draw for one lucky winner. As a thank you just for participating, so there'll be a $30 voucher in it for you. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, we'll make it work.
And above, we have a link to register for our Broadcasting and Bots webinar, The Powerful Future of Your Business, which we are running at in just 1 hour over in a pop-up group. But you must register to get the link for the group. And that's also register by bot.
Yes, so register to get the link for the group, and then you'll need to request to join so we can add you in.
Yes. Okie doke.
Okay, so that's it for today. That half hour flies so fast.
I know, right?
We'll see you next week at the same time, same place as Adaire Says Bat channel. If you're watching on one of our cross-posted pages, we are on the social media with Adaire and Theonie. And here's a tip. Whenever people are starting to cross-post more and more now, make sure you do read the blurb above, because then you'll know you're watching on the originating broadcast. And I like to read the blurb above anyway, because I want to know what it is that I'm going to be watching.
And if you're cross-posting, make sure you put the link to the original broadcast in the body of your post. So we teach all of this in the Broadcasting and Bots Business Academy, which is coming big launch next year. If you want to know about
the Business Broadcasting and Bots Academy,
the Australian Business and Broadcasting Bots Academy. What's wrong with ABBA? Anyway, we'll take this domestic offline. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next Friday.